Yanis. Hello, Yanis. Congrats on your MVP. What's up, everyone? Mabuhay. This is Marches, and we are here in our daily, or not daily, usual court that we play in para magka-kondisyon. And we just finished a very nice 3-on-3 video. Watch out for that. I don't know if this is going to be published first or the 3-on-3, but we have a special guest there and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So for this video, I'll be giving you my first impression on the Zoom Freak 2, the second signature sneaker of Giannis Antetokounmpo, and with this Nidra colorway. By the way, if you want to know more about the details of the Zoom Freak 2, I have an unboxing video. I'll be putting it up in the description down below. So my impression on the upper of the mesh of the Zoom Freak 2 is it is very supportive. It doesn't stretch that much, but still comfort is there. You don't need to break it in that much. Actually, I played with this yesterday and I broke it in like in my first game. It is very flexible, but at the same time doesn't stretch at all. So very supportive upper, and of course there's a fuse area around the big toe which gives you extra support, especially when you're doing quick moves to the basket, doing sudden stops. It really supports your big toe from sliding off the footbed, and at the same time durability to the toe box of the sneaker, avoiding it to rip around this toe area. And of course, as you can see, the big Tpu plates that I've mentioned in the unboxing, this is a big highlight on the Zoom Freak 2. I think this is the major highlight of this sneaker. I think Giannis really put emphasis on this, that to put a Tpu plate here para sa mga side steppings niya, going to the basket, fast break, and sudden stop. It really locks you down and stops you on the dime and really avoiding your foot from sliding off the footbed. As you can see, the slope of the TPU really curves on your pinky toe. And like I said, there was one concern that I was kind of worried about, that it might pinch at my pinky toe. But don't worry, when you break it in, when you flex it, it becomes a lot softer and you wouldn't notice this at all. And the same thing about this TPU plate. It also holds you when you're doing a step back move. It avoids your foot from sliding off. And of course, the swoosh also helps out in that aspect. It is stitched down to the cushion area of the lateral part, and there's one lace loop there on the tip of the swoosh that once you tighten it, you're very locked down. The fit is very nice on this sneaker. And of course, on the medial part also helps the synthetic leather from the forefoot to the midfoot. It hugs your foot down and the fit is very nice. Around the medial part of the sneaker also gives you extra support and lockdown to the sneaker. If this is not enough, just tighten it up here around the midfoot, around your ankle, then you're really good to go. I think that's one of the highlights also of the Zoom Freak. Ever since the Freak 1, the first edition of the Zoom Freak, they are known to be a good fit of a sneaker, but beware, watch out that this is kind of snug. So wide footers, watch out for that. And of course, the lacing system, it has a traditional lacing system, it's a traditional tongue, and of course, it's easy to put your foot in, just open it up. Don't worry, of course, another aspect of the Zoom Freak 2 is the heel lockdown support and ankle protection. It has an internal heel TPU plate that gives you lockdown in the heel, and also the cushion goes up around the heel and on the side of the heel lateral. You can see here it's going up, and around the middle part of the sneaker it also goes up. And of course, the synthetic leather acts as another support around your heel. So overall, no complaints there. I mean, I'm also impressed in that aspect since it's a low-cut sneaker. Very good ankle protection, very nice internal cushion too. Support and comfort, it is 2 thumbs up. Now, of course, one of the biggest upgrade on the Zoom Freak 2, which I was kind of worried about when they announced the Zoom Freak 2s, is the cushion setup, because I wasn't too impressed with the Freak One's cushion. It has a heel zoom unit rather than putting in the forefoot. But with this one, they listened to the consumers, and maybe they listened to Giannis. Giannis wanted the zoom to be in the forefoot area, so they put the puck of the zoom unit in the forefoot. So it's this size. The zoom unit is this size, although it's not that big. Don't worry about that. Another difference from the zoom setup of the Freak 2s from other setups from Nike is they cut off the cushion between the zoom and your forefoot. Very similar to the KD13s, although the KD13s below the zoom still has a little bit of pylon, but this one, the zoom is touching your outsole already. So it's really low to the ground, and of course there's bounciness around the forefoot. You can feel it right off the box, and I think that's another amazing innovation of technologies from Nike. They tried it out here in the Freak 2s and it worked, and two thumbs up for that. And as for the heel cushion of the Zoom Freak 2s, although there's no zoom unit in the heel, the pylon is very thick. The impact protection is nicer here compared to the Freak ones. And like I said, everything about the cushion on the Freak ones was a letdown for my part. But with this one, it is really, really nice. I was quite impressed. If you like the cushion setup of the Why Not 0.3, the Kobe's, you will surely love the Zoom Freak 2s. And speaking of the Why Not 0.3, another thing that Nike adapt on the Freak 2s from the Why Not 0.3 is the decoupled outsole found on the Why Not 0.3, because Giannis kind of plays like Westbrook, but he's a little bit bigger, shifty, who likes to run up and down the court and likes doing quick side steps and is very explosive to the basket. That's how Giannis play, and they made it a decoupled outsole, and it really works. You feel really fast going up down court, and when you're shifting, the sneaker really flex better with that decoupled outsole setup, and I'm liking that about the Zoom Freak 2. And of course, the traction of the Freak 2s. It has a solid rubber outsole for this Nydra colorway, and it is really hard. You can see it. So outdoor use, I don't think you'll have a problem. And of course, the traction, it is very grippy. Actually, the court here right now is kind of moist, and the condition yesterday on the court that I was playing with was a little bit dusty. My hands was full of dust while we were playing, but the traction of the Freak 2s right off the box was really gripping down in the wood floor. So another thumbs up on the traction of the Freak 2s. So overall, I'm really impressed with the Zoom Freak 2s. Overall performance, traction, cushion, and of course support. I think it will go to the top 5 sneakers so far for my 2020 in terms of performance, so watch out for that. I really like the play style of this. And as for sizing, go true to your size for regular footers. And for wide footers, just if you can fit it in the store, because it's kind of snug around the forefoot area. There's not much space on top of your foot, so watch out for that. But I think for wide footers, you can go half size up. And for the price of the Zoom Freak 2s, it is 6,500 pesos. Not bad for a sneaker. It's a little like $10 up from the original Zoom Freak ones, so not that bad with the updates that they made with the Freak 2s. So guys, that's it on my initial impression on the Freak 2s. I will still be playing with this. I have other sneakers to review, but I'll be going back to this, especially when I'm playing with conditioned players. This is another go-to sneaker that I will play in. So that's it for me. This is Marches. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you again for your support. And just a reminder, we still have an ongoing raffle, and we have an upcoming raffle. So stay tuned for that. Watch out. That's it. Peace.